Welcome to Leg Day for Ladies. My name's Eric. I'm working out on a Bowflex PR1000. You can do this routine though on any style of Bowflex, a flat bench Bowflex, an upright Bowflex, whatever you got, because the 6 exercises we're doing in this routine will translate over to all styles of machines. Now, these 6 exercises are going to be hitting muscle groups women want to tend to hit more. I'm talking hips, we're talking glutes, hamstrings, and we're also going to be hitting our quads a lot. So, all of these muscle groups in our thighs are really the target of this routine, and some women want to hit those for looks, and another good reason to hit those muscle groups in your thighs is for weight control. And the reason for that is, these are huge muscle groups, and it's a lot easier to put muscle on in that area of your body. And having more muscle on your body is going to increase your metabolic rate, which means you're burning more calories, and it's going to help a lot with weight control. So we've got those 6 exercises, 22 sets in total, and it's all going to be counted down by this clock behind me here. Now, most of our work intervals are going to be about 40 seconds long. I'm going to be counting my reps. I'm doing 12 reps per set, and that's what I'd recommend doing. And then our rest intervals are going to kind of vary throughout this routine. Sometimes we're going to have 30 seconds of rest, sometimes 20 seconds. And the reason for that variation is some of our lifts we're going to be hitting both our legs at the same time, and then other lifts we're just going to be doing one leg at a time, and so you don't need that full rest interval. So this routine is also part of a larger program I'm releasing on the channel called Bowflex for Women. All of the routines are going to be posted completely free here on YouTube, but if you're looking for a little bit more structure or want to show some support and say thank you, there'll be a link in the description where you can purchase that routine. So hopefully this is all really easy to follow. There's gonna be little previews of the lifts as we go. And up next, we're gonna have a little 4-minute warm up and stretch, and then we're gonna rack up our resistance. So I hope you have fun with this routine. I'll see you right back. Let's get it started with some jogging in place. We could do some jumping jacks or maybe alternating high knees, something to get that heart rate up, and then we'll get a nice stretch going. So while we're doing this, we're gonna be doing it for about 1 minute and 15 seconds. And let me tell you about today's lifts. First thing is gonna be a front squat. And then from there, we're going into a new lift called a single leg glute swing. We're gonna have some time to practice that one before we get into the actual exercise. And then from there, it'll be a resisted high knee, which reminds me, you're gonna need a chair or something that you can lean up against while we're going through this routine, and there'll be enough time to kind of step away for just a second to grab, a chair when we get into this. After that, we're gonna do some glute kickbacks. That's a tough one. I don't have the best range of motion. Maybe you might not either, but we're getting through this together. And then we're going into some hip extensions. And then finally, some leg extensions. So we're gonna be winding this jog here down, and then we're gonna move into a body weight squat. And for this, what you're gonna do is put your arms out in front of you as a counterbalance, drop nice and low, and then raise out of it. And go as low as you can comfortably go. And if that's not nearly as far as me, that's okay. Just, drop a little bit, that's fine. We're just trying to warm up, get those legs loose, loosen up those muscles. Exhale as you come up out of this. Now we're gonna move into a side squat. So legs are gonna be pretty wide apart here, and then you're gonna put your hands in front of you together, and then you're gonna go side to side, raising up, and then drop down to the other side. Now, I always can go further down the longer I do this. And so we got another 20 seconds of this. Keep trying to take it a little bit lower. As we do this dynamic stretch here. A few more seconds. And we'll move into a quad stretch. And for this, you're just gonna grab your ankle and bring it back. And you can rest your hand up against something here for balance, or just hold it here. Just a few more seconds. Now let's switch sides. Next, we're gonna be moving into a lunge. And I like kind of reaching up as I do this. Now, if you can't go all the way down with your lunge, just go as comfortably as you can go with this. So I'm gonna reach up with my lunge, but if you're only here, that's okay. I like being a little bouncy as I do this, not too bouncy, but get that nice stretch going. Now let's switch legs. And we're gonna hold this for another 10 seconds or so. And then for this final 30 seconds, you can do whatever you want. I always like finishing with a forward fold here. Just reaching down towards my toes. But anything you need today, this is for you here. Okay, let's start racking up our resistance. Now our first lift is going to be that front squat, and I'm going to be doing 80 or 100 pounds of power rods. That'd be a heavyweight setting, and you can go anywhere all the way down to 20, or you could even just do body weight for this, because we're going to be doing 12 reps, and you kind of need to feel it out for yourself here. That's a great thing about resistance training, is we can all be doing the same routine, and we all have our own difficulty levels for it just by racking up different resistance. So once you've got that resistance racked up, again, you could just do body weight if you'd like. I've removed this middle seat here, or the bench. I won't be using that for this entire routine. And I'm gonna just grab these handles here, and I'm gonna then kind of drop down a bit here, and then I'm gonna kind of raise up. So I've got these handles right beneath my shoulders up front here. And then for a squat, I'm just gonna drop down like I did for the body weight squats, and then raise up out of this. Now I'm gonna be counting my reps as we go. 12 reps per set. I'd recommend you join me. And here we go, let's go. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3. Now deliberately go nice and slow through these reps. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so we're gonna be doing 3 sets of that in a row, so 2 more. You can adjust your weight setting as needed. I might throw on just a tiny bit more weight here. When this clock hits 5 seconds, I want you getting in position, ready to go. So let's drop down, arms at your shoulders, and now let's raise up. That's 1, 2. Exhale on the way up, there's 3, 4, 5, 6. Focus on dropping nice and slow. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, we got 1 more set of that. And then we're actually gonna have a little bit longer of a break because we're moving into that glute swing, which is kind of a weird lift, but I want you to get the hang of it. So let's get down low and ready to press up. Up we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, nice. All right, I'm gonna be dropping my resistance by just a little bit here. We're gonna have this 20 seconds and then another minute 15, I think. And that's so we can really practice this next exercise. So this is called a single-legged glute swing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step to kind of near the end of the machine, and I'm gonna have my inner foot planted here in the ground. And then with my outer arm, I'm gonna go over here and reach this handle. So I've got my outer leg is free and my inner arm is free. So then from what I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna let this handle pull me in towards the tower as I'm reaching forward, and then this other leg is extending back. And then I'm gonna swing forward here. I'm gonna be using this glute all the way through the swing here. So you should be feeling it right kind of in your butt and your hamstring here. So you're gonna reach forward like you're doing a Superman pose here, and then you're pulling up. So just like that. And we got 15 seconds. If you're kind of struggling with it, form in this first one, just don't worry about it. Just kind of, keep working through it. And here we go. Keep working through it. And the next time you do this, it'll be easier. So that's 2, 3. Try to extend this leg all the way back, level with the ground. There's 4. Swing forward, that's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so exact same motion or movement pattern, other side. So again, we are gonna plant our inner foot, and then our outer arm holds the weight. So I'm gonna then reach forward in the Superman pose, raise up out of this. So here we go, reach forward, and in, that's 1. And swing, that's 2. 3. 4. That's 5. 6. Just really test your balance too. There's 7. And the further you can lean, the more work you get. That's 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. Okay. Hope you're feeling it in those hamstrings, in those glutes. And we're just switching sides again here. 1 more on each side. Again, it's gonna be your outer arm holds the handle, inner leg is planted, and then you go into that Superman, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Kick that leg back. It's 5. 6. Swing forward. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And 12. Whew. Okay, 1 more of these. And then we're gonna go into the resisted high knee. We're gonna again have a break though, where you can grab that chair if you need it. So again, inner leg planted, outer arm holding the resistance. And then we're gonna, now let's lean forward, Superman, and that's 1. 2, swing your leg in. 3, and the further you get that leg back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so grab that chair or something you can be leaning up against. And let me show you how this next lift is going to go. So what I'm going to do is take this handle here and I'm going to open it right up. And then I'm going to put one of my feet through this handle here. I like starting with my outer foot. I'm going to show both exercises on the same side of the machine here though. So my outer foot here, and then I kind of like resting up against this, this chair here. And then you're just going to raise this knee in up your midsection. And you're going to get a nice squeeze here in your abs and then also in your legs. So let's raise it up. That's going to be 1. Really focus on controlling the weight the whole way through. 2, extend your leg all the way back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, think about that resistance, if it felt good to you or not. I need a little bit more weight added here. And now we're just doing the other side. Now you can jump over to the other side of the machine. I might just spin my chair around. And now let's pull it up. There we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. All right, we're gonna spin around, do the other side here. And we'll have another little break before we go into a glute kickback. Those always make me nervous on camera here. Okay, let's get in position. Raise it up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to hold the resistance in this fully flexed position for about a second. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, one more glute kickback, and then we'll be at the halfway point here. Less than 5 seconds. Let's get in position. Here we go, y'all. Raise it up, hold it for a second, and then drop. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. We can just set this chair aside here. And before we go into glute kickbacks, I'm gonna drop my resistance by about 20% here. And I'm gonna just jump right into showing how this works. So I'm gonna open up this handle and then I'm gonna step right into it here. And then we'll just close this on the top of my foot. Now from here, I'm gonna be standing up and I'm kind of holding onto the tower. I'm gonna lean a little bit into the middle of the machine here. And so I've got one foot that's kind of on the platform and then one foot that's off. And with the foot that's off, I'm gonna be kicking it back and also out just a little bit. Now you need to be careful on your resistance level. If you have too much resistance, your leg is gonna wanna either swing out or swing inwards. And you just really need to be controlling this in a nice smooth fashion the entire lift here. So you just wanna have a slight bend in the knee here and then bring it out and then back. Now I went a little out of control there. There we go. So you wanna go nice and smooth like this here. Extend this out and bring it back. Now, if that lift doesn't look comfortable to you, check out this hip adduction that I'm showing on the screen right now. Everybody else though, let's give this lift a try here. So again, we're bringing it back and out. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6, so those toes should be pointing outward as you do this. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, we're gonna be switching sides here. Exact same motion, other side. Now I have shown different variants of glute kickbacks on the channel before. This one is, at the moment, the way I like doing them, what feels the most comfortable to me. So let's grab these, or grab the tower here, and then we're gonna extend this out here. And that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I basically run out of cable length at full extension here. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. We got one more on each side here. And for me, this is the toughest lift. I probably don't have the best technique on here. You know, I'll have a couple resources linked in the description as, more information about glute kickbacks and your form. So again, standing up here nice and tall. I guess I got a small lean forward and lean inward. And then we're kicking it back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should feel a good squeeze when you're in that fully extended position. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Whew. Okay, one more on the other side, and then we'll go to some hip extensions. Let's finish these kickbacks though. You got this. And if your technique isn't great, that's okay. Just make sure you got, light resistance on and keep working on it. So let's extend back. That's 1, 2, toes are pointing away from the machine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Whew. Let's go into some hip extensions. We have 7 sets remaining, and then we can call it a day here. So open up this handle here, and then we're going to tighten this around our foot. Now I found I can do the same resistance on this as I just did on the glutes. So I'm going to step away from the tower just a little bit here. I guess I'm about maybe 18 inches from the tower, and then I'm going to take this foot here, and then I'm going to extend it all the way out here as far as I can go, or until the resistance stops me. And this, try to go nice and slow, focus on that slow negative and control the weight. Here we go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. After these, you always need to be careful stepping over your machine. Your feet always, or your hips always kind of feel tight or not as strong after those. They're a little worn out. So let's get in position here on the other side. Again, I don't know, a little over a foot away from the tower here. And then we're going to swing this leg out in a nice controlled fashion and slowly retract. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, here we go. One more on each side. All right, less than about 5 seconds here. I want you in position. Okay, let's extend that out. That's 1, nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, 1 more hip extension, and then we're going to be putting our machine back together and getting into this leg extension. Oh, my hips are tight. We just got to power through, finish this thing here, team. One more set of these, come on. That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all right, that'd be 12. Team, I don't think I could have done that had it not been for me recording and all y'all out there. Let's hook up our leg extension attachment here. So we got to rerun these cables, and then you can grab a drink of water when you're good to go. And then we're also going to be putting our bench back together here. I'm running out of time. Hopefully y'all are doing better on time than I am. Let's drop my bench in. And then for your weight setting, you can leave that the same, or you can bump it up a bit. I'm going to add 20 pounds. Looks like I'm a little late here. So let's go ahead and get in position now. I'm just going to be sitting here, hands underneath my butt, and then extending these out. I made it. That'd be 1, 2. Hold this in this fully extended position for just a fraction of a second. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, we have a full 30-second rest here. How did that weight feel to you? If it was way too easy, add a little bit more resistance. If you were really feeling fatigued by the end of it, I would keep it the same, because this lift really fires up those quads. And by the time you get to the second and third sets, they really start feeling it. So in position now, legs on the rollers, sit up nice and tall here, and let's extend it out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As soon as you feel that resistance go away, I want you extending back out. That's 7, 8, 9. You should be feeling it now. 10, 11, and 12. One more set coming up. One more set. Oh, I need to shake it out a bit. Now, during this last couple seconds, I want to give a big thank you to my elite Ko-Fi members. They help make routines like this possible. Get your name in the credits. And basically, they get access to all sorts of stuff through this membership program, including that workout program that I mentioned. You get access to all the workout programs. So thank you to them. Now let's finish this routine out strong. That'd be 1. Let's go 2, 3, 4. Finish this thing strong. 5. Place more emphasis on holding that weight out in the fully extended position. That'd be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, awesome job on finishing this routine out. I want to just remind you that you should be proud of yourself for finishing. I'm proud of you for finishing. So thank you again for joining me for this routine. And I want you to be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.